Agriculture, Paper 1. Ecology and its relevance to man, natural resources, their sustainable management and conservation, physical and social environment as factors of crop distribution and production. Agroecology, cropping pattern as indicators of environment, environmental pollution and associated hazard to crops, animals and humans, climate change, international conventions and global initiatives, greenhouse effect and global warming, advanced tools for ecosystem analysis, remote sensing (RS), and geographic information system (GIS). Cropping patterns in different agroclimatic zones of the country, impact of high yielding and short duration varieties on shift in cropping patterns, concept of various cropping and farming systems, organic and precision farming, package of practices for production of important cereals, pulses, oilseeds, fibers, sugar, commercial and fodder crops. Important features and scope of various types of forestry plantations such as social forestry, agroforestry and natural forest. Propagation of forest plants, forest products, agroforestry and value addition. Conservation of forest flora and fauna. Weeds, their characteristics, dissemination and association with various crops. Their multiple multiplications, cultural, biological and chemical control of weeds. Soil, physical, chemical and biological properties, processes and factors of soil formation, soils of India, minerals and organic constituents of soils and their role in maintaining soil productivity, essential plant nutrients and other beneficial elements in soils and plants, principles of soil fertility, soil testing and fertilizer recommendations, integrated nutrient management, biofertilizers, losses of nitrogen in soil, nitrogen use efficiency in submerged rice soils, nitrogen fixation in soils, efficient phosphorus and potassium use, problem soils and their reclamation, soil factors affecting greenhouse gas emission, soil conservation, integrated watershed management, soil erosion and its management, dry land agriculture and its problems, technology for stabilizing agriculture production in rain-fed areas, water use efficiency in relation to crop production, criteria for scheduling irrigations, ways and means of reducing runoff losses of irrigation water, rainwater harvesting, drip and sprinkler irrigation, drainage of waterlogged soils, quality of irrigation water, effect of industrial effluents on soil and water pollution, irrigation projects in India. Farm management, scope, importance and characteristics, farm planning, optimum resource use and budgeting, economics of different types of farming systems, marketing management strategies for development, market intelligence, price fluctuations and their cost, role of cooperatives in agricultural economy, types and systems of farming and factors affecting them, agricultural price policy, crop insurance, agricultural extensions, its importance and role, methods of evaluation of extension programs, socio-economic survey and status of big, small and marginal farmers and landless agricultural laborers, training programs for extension workers, role of Krishi Bigyan Kendras means KVK in dissemination of agricultural technologies, non-government organization means NGO, and self-help group approach for rural development. Paper 2, cell structure, function and cell cycle, synthesis, structure and function of genetic material, laws of heredity, chromosome structure, chromosomal aberrations, linkage and crossover and their significance in recombination breeding, polyploidy, euploids and aneuploids, mutation and their role in crop improvement, heritability, sterility and incompatibility, classification and their application in crop improvement, cytoplasmic inheritance, sex-linked, sex-influenced and sex-limited character. History of plant breeding, modes of reproduction, selfing and crossing techniques, origin, evolution and domestication of crop plants, center of origin, law of homologous series, crop genetic resources, conservation and utilization, application of principles of plant breeding, improvement of crop plants, molecular markers and their application in plant improvement, pure line selection, pedigree, mass and recurrent selection, combining ability, its significance in plant breeding, heterosis and its exploitations, somatic hybridizations, breeding for disease and pest resistance, role of interspecific and intergeneric hybridizations, role of genetic engineering and biotechnology in crop improvement, genetically modified crop plants, seed production and processing technologies, seed certification, seed testing and storage, DNA fingerprinting and seed registration, role of public and private sectors in seed production, and marketing, intellectual property rights means IPR issues, WTO issues and its impact on agriculture, principles of plant psychology, plant physiology with reference to plant nutrition, absorption, translocation, and metabolism of nutrients, soil water plant relationship, enzymes and plant pigments, photosynthesis, modern concept and factors affecting the process, and aerobic and anaerobic respiration, C3, C4 and CAM mechanism, carbohydrates, protein and fat metabolisms, growth and development, photoperiodisms and vernalization, plant growth substances and their role in crop production, physiology of seed development and germination, dormancy, stress, physiology, drought, salt and water stress, major fruits, plantation crops, vegetables, spices and flower crops, package practices of major horticultural crops, protected cultivation and high-tech horticulture, post-harvest technology and value addition of fruits and vegetables, landscaping and commercial floriculture, medicinal and aromatic plants, role of fruits and vegetables in human nutrition, diagnosis of pest and disease of field crops, vegetables, orchard and plantation crops and their economic importance, classification of pest and diseases and their management, integrated pest and diseases management, storage, pest and their management, biological control of pests and diseases, epidemiology and forecasting of major crop pests and diseases, plant quarantine measures, pesticides, their formulation and modes of action. Food production and consumption trends in India, food security and growing population, Vision 2020, reasons for grain surplus, national and international food policies, production, procurement, distribution constraint, availability of food trend, per capita expenditure on food, trends in poverty, public distribution system, and below poverty line population. Targeted public distribution system means PDS, policy implementations in context to globalization, processing constraint, relation of food production to national dietary guidelines and food consumption patterns, food-based dietary approaches to eliminate hunger, nutrient deficiency, micronutrient deficiency, protein energy malnutrition, nutrition or protein calorie malnutrition, PEM or PCM, micronutrient deficiency and HOD in context of war capacity of women and children, food grain productivity and food security.